So many fantastic questions in the Modern Divorce Support Group. Let's take a couple of them. This one is about parental communication and out-of-state travel when you've got a 3-year-old. We have court-ordered Zoom video meetings Tuesdays and Thursdays for 5 minutes each day at 6 o'clock. Today was a holiday, so it was yesterday, Thanksgiving. No previous communication of a change in plans or where our son would be for the holiday. And I come to find out via my video on Zoom that he's on vacation at the sand dunes in California, not at his dad's house in Arizona. And he has limited to no cell service, and this interfered with our regular Zoom meeting. I'm concerned that I didn't know that our child was out of state or where my child would be at any given time. What should I do? Should I document this and save this for future court order, knowing that our child's whereabouts and where they're located is important to me? The dad told me in text that he doesn't have to tell me where he goes with our son if it's out of state. Is this enough to modify that each parent needs to know where and when they take our child out of state, and also not to interfere with parental communication? Thank you. Hi, I'm Billy Tarasio, Arizona family law attorney, owner of Modern Law. I represent family law clients, and on my page we talk about family law. So here we can make some assumptions. These parents have a 3-year-old and a final order. This is not a temporary order, and their final order is silent as to whether or not there's an obligation to notify the other parent before you go out of state. So did dad violate a court order or a general rule or statute regarding traveling out of state with a child without telling the other parent? No, dad did not violate the court order, and there is no statute that says you have to tell your another parent, even if you have joint legal decision making, whether or not you're going out of state. So dad is not in violation here. The next question is this enough to modify? The answer here is also no. In order to modify, you need a substantial change in circumstances, not just, I forgot to put this in the order. So this is not grounds to modify your court decree. Now, I understand this is going to be controversial, and many parents are going to think that you should have a notice requirement if you're going to go out of state, especially with a very young child. So I would like to know what you all think of this. And I'll tell you, in my personal parenting plan, we do have a notice requirement when we're going to go out of state with the kids or out of country. We don't need permission to go out of state or out of country, but we do have a notification requirement. So what do you all think? Sorry, I almost forgot the Zoom question. So if your court order says that there is to be parental communication 5 minutes a day via Zoom at 6 o'clock, and your travel interferes with that, what happens? Well, you're technically in violation of a court order. I doubt it's actually contempt, because contempt requires a willful violation of a court order, and it sounds like dad tried to make this child available, but the cell service wasn't good, and the fact is that that's just going to happen sometimes. It's not the type of thing that you could go back to court for, in my opinion.